Israel in talks with Congo and other countries on Gaza voluntary migration plan. Congo. The voluntary resettlement of Palestinians from Gaza is slowly becoming a key official policy of the government, with a senior official saying that Israel has held talks with several countries of their potential absorption. Hold on, I think I fucked up this exhibit. This is from Times of Israel. This is not from the Daily Beast. I'll fix that in post, so disregard that headline. I apologize about that. Zamam Israel, the Times of Israel's Hebrew sister site, has learned that the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's coalition is conducting secret contacts for accepting thousands of immigrants from Gaza with Congo in addition to other nations. Congo will be willing to take in migrants, and we're in talks with others, a senior source in the Security Cabinet said. Congo has high levels of inequality, and 52.5% of the population lives below the poverty line, according to the World Food Program. Israel now denies it is talking to other countries about absorbing Gazan immigrants. So these are two stories back to back in Times of Israel. A senior Israeli official on Wednesday evening denied a report from the Times of Israel's Hebrew sister site, Zamam Israel, earlier in the day that Israel is in talks with the Congo to discuss the possibility of relocating thousands of Gazans to the African country and other nations. There are those in Israel who think that there is a willingness on the part of Gazans to emigrate voluntarily, said the official in a briefing to Israeli journalists on condition of anonymity. It's a baseless illusion, in my opinion. No country will absorb 2 million people, or 1 million, or 100,000, or 5,000. I don't know where that idea came from. It could be between Congo and the Gazans, but Israel is not conducting any talks with any country on this issue, the official continued. I don't want to say it's fake, but it can't be through us since we have no connection to it. The Congolese can talk to the Gazans and ask them to move to Congo. Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich, that's a tough one, and National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir have recently called for Gazans to be resettled outside of the Strip, drawing widespread international condemnation. So they have cited some officials that spoke under the condition of anonymity, but here is Ben-Gvir in the clip that they're referencing. Prompting a solution that encourages the migration of Gazan residents. I'm sorry, promoting. I want to read this because font's a little small in case people can't read the subtitles. Promoting a solution that encourages the migration of Gazan residents. We must advance it. It's a correct, just, moral, and practical sulution. I call upon the Prime Minister and the new Foreign Secretary, whom I congratulate here. This is the opportunity to now coordinate an immigration project, a project that encourages the migration of Gazan residents. This is the opportunity. Okay, so there you have it. Right. This is an opportunity to encourage the voluntary migration of Gazan residents.
That's
Where
the
to
end
Congo?
game.
A project to encourage the migration of Gazan residents to countries around the world, unmistakably. We have partners across the globe that we can work with. Okay. There are people around the world with whom we can promote this idea. Encouraging the migration of Gazan residents will allow us to return home to the residents of the surrounding area and the affected residents. Okay, so they're denying that Congo was one of the countries. Why wouldn't it be? Because here's the thing. This does not jibe with the Israeli narrative that nobody wants the Palestinians. Nobody wants them, right? Why didn't they go to Egypt? Egypt won't have them. These other countries won't have them. That's out of one side of the mouth. On the other side of the mouth, hey, there are people who'll take them. There are people who'll take them. Why can't we move them? Right?
Right.
Like, when they're warring with them, they have to demonize them and say they're not welcome anywhere else. When they're trying to take the land and claim it for themselves, it's, well, hey, look, we can work something out. We have partners. We're in conversation. Hey, people want them all over the place.
This is the end game. And they are trying to, these are trial balloons. They're trying to introduce this idea and normalize it. They're trying to get it out into the bloodstream. Because in the end, what else are they doing? Why are they flattening Gaza? Why are they making it uninhabitable? So that on the other side of this, They can claim that it's a deep caring for the Palestinian people that makes them want to relocate them because no one should have to live in these terrible conditions that they created.
Right. Of course. Of course. And so there it is. There it is in plain English. So why are they denying what? They're denying that they spoke to the Congo about this? I mean, who cares? Like, that ultimately is not material. The point is they are discussing voluntary migration of the
Self-deportation.
What's voluntary about? You blew up their house. You blew up their school. You blew up their mosque. You blew up their hospital. What's voluntary about that? So that's voluntary? Voluntary why? Because we leveled your town? We leveled your city? So now what? You're choosing of your own will to relocate? As if that was a choice? There's nothing voluntary about it, obviously. Number one. Number two, where you're trying to send them is irrelevant to the central point. The point of this reporting was to highlight that the removal of Palestinians from Gaza is the plan. And this reporting seems very, very consistent with the words of Ben Gvir right here. Now, he's not the only person cited in those two articles. There were others who wouldn't give their names. This guy just says it right out here on camera. So what reason do we have to not believe that either A, these talks are in place already, or B, at the very least, these talks are being arranged to come up with a, pardon the phrase, final solution for the Palestinians, which is the removal from that land?
Yes, and I don't think you have to be Nostradamus to see this coming, but mark my words. When they execute that part of the plan, the narrative is going to be, it is terrible what Hamas did to the Palestinian people.
They cost them their homeland. Yeah.
And now we must help the Palestinian people as an international community to live in dignified conditions without the specter of Hamas hanging over them. That is going to be how they spin it.
Please clap.